Hi guys, my name is Damola. Welcome to Popcorn Crushers on Gusto TV. Yes, I'm so excited to be here because you know what Popcorn Crusher is. So I'll be making a movie review today, and yes, I don't want you to guess it, but I'll tell you anyways. So this movie was released 28th May 2021. It is a Nigerian psychological thriller directed and written by Moses Inwang. Moses Inwang was known in 2012 when he directed a psychological thriller movie to Turn, and he also directed movies like Code Feet, directed movies like Crazy People, Merry Men 2 that we all know. And if you don't know Merry Men 2, go watch the 1 and 2. I'd advise you to do that. Yes, this movie is a movie whereby when I wanted to watch it, I was like, okay, what's going on? Though this movie, the title, as it is called, is something that we know that we can all vibe to. It's something, not even vibe, but we know we have felt, we know we've been in that shoe. So when you see that movie, you already know what's going on, you already know what it means. Yes, that is it. The name of the movie is called LockDown. And LockDown did a great job. The director and writer, which is Moses Inwang, did a very great job in bringing in versant actors like Omotola Jalade-Ekeinde, Umez that we all know in the Blood Sister. That would remember 2002. Yes. And also, we have Charles Awurum, who acted LockDown, where you can see Sophia in London. You know, when you saw those people, then Sam Loco, you know, those movies that I know if you're in that age range, you can remember. Yes, we're old though, guy. So that movie came out 2002, and we can see Ben Toto, who is a biracial Nigerian, half Israeli and half Igbo. Jide Kene Ashufusi did Living in Bondage 2019. We have Ini Dima Okoje, Blood Sister 2002 that we all know. Sorry, 2022, yes, with Nancy Isime. We have late Ada in this movie that was in My Village People. We have Choma Akpota, we all know Choma Akpota. We have Deyemi Okonlawo. We have Shola Shobale, King of Boys. Mama, I give you head though. Yes, this movie have those people. Can you imagine? They have to bring those people together. And Josh2funny too is in this movie, and this movie is interesting. I love the beginning of the movie when they have to tell us, you know, in the morning, everybody has a time they wake up, and when you wake up, we start to do whatsoever it is that we have abandoned a night before, what is in our head to do. People want to go to work. If you have something doing, you know, you just want to do your thing when you wake up in the morning. So this movie started with a radio station at the background, and it was wonderful because now I think Nigerian movie have something with that radio station ish, like playing in a movie at the beginning of the movie, but then it gives you the vibe to be into that movie. So we can see Charles Awurum, who is going to wake up his son Josh2funny to tell him to go to work, because they were in that movie. You can see that they are very, very poor. And we see Deyemi is sleeping on a bed. He's supposed to wake up in the morning. We saw Ben Toto too was going to wake up in the morning. So when the alarm kicked off, we just see everybody wake up different places, same time but different places. You know, that script right there got to me because I love something that is unique. It was unique to me, like, wow, who got this right? Like, you guys, I just love that part where it was like that. And yes, this movie, you don't expect me to say the whole of it, but I'm just going to tell you this movie is about lockdown, and these people were unfortunately in the hospital, wrong time, wrong moment. They were not supposed to be there, but they all found themselves in the hospital, which a man had already brought in a virus which was called Olovirus. The Olovirus was carried from by a man who was coming down from the United States. He wanted to come from abroad, wanted to come over to Nigeria for an important meeting, but then he got sick in the car and he was rushed to the hospital. And we can see Ben Toto helping a child. Deyemi wife Bambam was in the hospital. She was not supposed to deliver, but then she was having this pain. She was rushed to that same hospital. So these people, Edie too was looking for job, and then she had to go to the hospital to run a test. They all gathered at the wrong place at the wrong time, and this man brought this virus to them. I actually thought about it. If I'm going to be in this scene whereby I go to an hospital, and then you're telling me you're going to lock me down because of you didn't even tell me why you're locking me down. So these people were forced to be in that hospital at that time. They had different things that they wanted to do. Like Ben was supposed to get married that same day to Shola Shobale's daughter, which was very, very funny. And something about that movie was that I was thinking Shola Shobale was going to do extra, as we all know her as the king of boys. I was thinking she was going to like come with a wand or something, a magical wand, like, you boys, help me. But then Shola Shobale could not get son-in-law to be out of that lockdown in the hospital, because even the soldier, the policeman who was there, the commander was there, would not allow it. She was trying to bribe him, but no, it didn't work. This movie is excellent. It is marvelous. But I could have loved it if this movie was a serious movie, because there'll be a lot that they could cover, and it's about our lives. It's about something we all went through, which was really bad for us in 2020. But then, to all those survivors out there, you're doing great. So yes, back to the movie. This movie is wonderful, and I will urge you to watch it because I love it, and I know you will love it too. I want to know your rate about this movie, because if I was going to rate this movie, I'm going to rate it 7. I'm rating it 7 not because it is not that good to be 10 over 10, but I'm rating it 7 because I wanted it to be a longer movie than this, not just a movie. I wanted it to be a series, because I know there'll be a lot of things that they can add to it that will make this movie so interesting, so keeping you on your edge, on the edge, and stuff like that. Watch this movie because this movie is interesting. My emotional part in this movie was when Bambam's husband, who has always left her in the hospital, finally came into the hospital one way or the other to be with his wife, and he was asking for redemption. So it was supposed to be maxed up, but he removed everything and was ready to be contacted by the coronavirus, because he wanted a redemption for his wife, to tell his wife that he will never cheat again, they will always be by her side and by the side of their unborn child, stuff like that. That part really got to me, and you won't believe I cried. Yes, I did. I did cry at that part, because when you're seeing a guy who always find everything on that skirt interesting and leaves his wife all alone to like do everything up herself, even when she was pregnant. But then he came back to his senses and he wants to be with his wife, even if it was his last chance, even when he knew that if I pull off these marks, I'm going to die, or I might die because of the virus. And it's all funny to see Chioma to bring up her skills when she wanted to ask her friend when her friend asked her that, Chioma, please help me, I'm going to write an exam, can you help me do my shift? And she was like, no, it's not like that, I'm going to collect 10,000 naira because of your shift now, so. And Chioma contacted that virus too, and let's see what happens to Chioma. You need to watch it, and I would love to hear your review on this one. Do not forget to follow Gusto Entertainment, because there are lots coming to you, and I know you're going to love it regardless. So please do follow us on our Instagram page, do follow us on our Twitter, do follow us on YouTube, subscribe to that channel, because we have a lot in store for you, and I would love to hear your rating on this movie. On the rate of 1 to 10, what do you rate this movie Lockdown by Moses Inwang? Watch it and do review. Thank you.